Well, here we go again. Actually, today is Wednesday, July the 1st, which means I am entering my 73rd year, the month of my 73rd year, or something like that. Anyway, going to be doing some backtracking to last Friday in my WSOP event. And then I'm going to let you know how I have now been impacted, unfortunately, not positively, uh, by the healthcare system. And its flaws. So going back to Friday, sort of got up, nice day, went out and got my walk in, and had pretty much already decided I'm going to be playing a tournament. Just wasn't quite sure, and I opted to go ahead and head down to the Horseshoe and play the 1 p.m. daily deep stack. Very glad I did. First table that I started off at, let's just say I did not do very well, but the second table I started seeing an increase in the chips in front of me due to good results. And I like good results. So those are the kind of results that are a lot much more fun than other types of results. So in hoots, kept trucking along. And after the second break is when they cut off the entries. And then they announced our total number of entries at 1,570. That's a nice field. It provided a nice pot. Again, just having so much fun, so enjoyable. I just love the World Series. I love the World Series. I absolutely love the World Series because one tends to meet people from all over the world. And as I get to meet and listen to these people, and I love listening to them, and they let me ask questions too, because I'm not from there. And they can ask me questions about Las Vegas because I'm sort of from here. Don't ask me questions about Memphis. Don't ask me questions about Jacksonville, Florida. Certainly don't ask me questions about Southern California, but you can ask me questions about Las Vegas and how living here is, which I really enjoy. So anyway, next thing I know, poker-wise, they announced we're in the money. We're down to 260 players are in the money. I go, well, that's just really nice. It's been quite a while for me on that front, at least in WSOP, since I haven't played in anything. I did play in 3 previous events with results that weren't very good. So anyway, just again, 260 players is a lot of players to go through to get toward the top, and had some really fun players at this particular table. One guy from Jamaica that was an absolute blast, and another guy, he was anyway. We were having good, enjoyable, bone picking conversations per se. And next thing I know, we got moved around and moved around again and moved around again. Now we're down to 75 players. We're into some serious money at this point. And I'm going, this is enjoyable, very enjoyable. But to make a long story short, the blinds were either 10,000, 20,000, so 10, 20, and 20, so 20, 40, $50,000 to get through the blinds, or they were 15, 30, which would be even more. I forgot which, but I had around 140,000 in chips, which isn't a lot when you see those blinds. And I wound up making a move, and the move I made was against pocket aces, against a guy that had just won a big pot earlier, like the hand before, and thus he turns over his aces. I turn over my king and queen of spades. I hear Mike Sexton sitting on my shoulder going, Don, never go home with a queen in your hand, but yet I did. I finished 48th. I would like to finish 48 places ahead of that, but I was very satisfied and enjoyed that very much. Um, so I'll sort of leave that at that and come back with some comments about the healthcare situation I find myself in the middle of. No impact on my health, just impact on my attitude about it and how it can happen to anybody. Before I forget, these, like in particular, the picture of the fish back here, um, as far as art goes, it's sort of got to touch me. And I met a lady when I was living in Jacksonville Beach and Ponte Vedra Beach before I moved back to Las Vegas, named Lisa Drake. She has a site called Ugly Duck Art. She does post some of her works on there from time to time. I call her a folk artist. She refers to herself as a backyard artist. Either way works for me. But she's always created some really neat stuff that I've always enjoyed. And so I have this, and I have several refrigerator magnets that she started doing about a year and a half ago that are really some bizarre stuff. I actually took pictures of some and had them made into pins that I wear on my poker hat. So anyway, so I thought I'd point it out to you. It's not everyday stuff. I don't like everyday stuff. We'll talk to you later. Love to hear from you. My email address is 10301don@gmail.com. And we'll talk to you later when I share my adventure or misadventure with the healthcare system.